guys. Today we're talking about pro technology in the classroom. What did what did you say? You can't see everything on my poster board? Hmm. And yet this is the way that we teach our students every day. We require them to get a project, put it on a poster board, make it pretty. And yet it's kind of hard to read. So let's see. We already have that it can be difficult to read in the classroom while I'm presenting what's actually even on my poster board. What am I talking about? Where am I getting my information? It's too small. You know, another problem is classroom time with a computer. We have computer labs. Great. That's your best argument. Computers that are old and outdated, they're slow, and require you to reserve them every single time, sometimes months in advance, when your paper that you require your students to write is due in a week. Not every student is going to have access to a computer at home. Not every student is going to have access to Microsoft or some other sort of system to be able to type a document. I don't have internet at home, therefore I can't always get on Google Docs to type up my papers. On top of that, most computers don't have Microsoft anymore. You have to pay for it. That's expensive. So, what are schools to do? Let's try looking at tablets and netbooks and bringing those into the classroom. Technology is all around us today. Our students use it constantly. Did you know that actually only 9% of US adults don't own a cell phone? Only 9. So you're like, okay, so let's see. You know, space is an issue because let's face it, in your school, are you going to actually add a classroom on to put in more desktops? No, that's astronomically expensive to add onto a school, especially one that's going to meet all regulations. So, let's get back to reality. Let's get netbooks and tablets into our classrooms for our students to use. If we expect them to be able to give us presentations and to write reports and do it in a timely manner, let's be realistic about this. So, okay, a lot of you are like, that's fine, great, dandy, sounds awesome. What is the cost? All right, fine. For netbooks, it's about $300 per student. For laptops, about $600 per student. And tablets or iPads, about $400 per student. But let's compare that to the cost of adding on a computer lab and putting new computers in there. Computers nowadays, especially full-blown desktops, $1,000 a piece. Along with the fact that you're trying to put in adding a whole new addition to a school, the cost doesn't even compare. Okay, so we got costs covered. How are we going to do this? All right, start with your core classes. Start with classes where your students take their most of their notes, has to do more research, have to write more papers. Because let's face it, trying to get into a computer lab to write your paper, not easy. So, do like an English class, okay? They expect you to write reports. They expect you to have presentations. So, start with English. Monitor grades. Watch your students' grades improve because I promise you they will. And also monitor student behavior. I get that you're like, wait a minute, we're going to give these kids access to something. How can we make sure that they're paying attention to us? It's fun. The kids, yeah, they need to play around with it in sport and everything, but they'll get back into a routine. They will learn it's technology. We know how to use it. Let's still get this done. Make sure classroom expectations are still the same. They still have work to do. So, like, okay, fine, but what could this possibly do to my classroom? Why even bring it in? The cool thing about it is technology is everywhere. We use it every single day. Every day. So, bringing it into the classroom more shouldn't really be a big adjustment because it's already in everyday life. We use it all the time, every day. And it's only going to grow. Also, information for those classes that need research, it's available immediately. Or if kids want to check something, or even teachers want to check to make sure that their information is correct, they can get it like that. Each student has their own individualized learning style. Bringing technology into the classroom only helps with learning. It also gives a way to teach things differently. So, big plus for teachers. Students will more than likely be more engaged because technology makes it easier for them to take notes, for them to write their reports and do projects in general. It also helps increase productivity because I guarantee your struggling student to get things turned in on time. It'll increase significantly if they have readily available access to a computer or some sort of computer software. Space. A lot of teachers actually require that this poster remain in their classroom until they can grade you on your work. That's a lot of space in a classroom, especially when you've got 30 desks. So by eliminating this, teachers will actually be able to look it on their computer. And they can even take it home, read it over the weekend, because let's face it, that's what your teachers do. So, this is my video on why to bring mobile learning into the classroom. Thanks, guys.